guys, I'm happy to be in your space and in your face. Hi guys, I'm happy to be in your space and in your face. If you're just seeing my face on your screen for the first time, I'm your host, which is DAWARI-JACK, and I'm the host of the series Honeycomb Hour with Me. If you're a returning subscriber who is watching my content again, thank you so much for taking out time to watch. I don't take your sacrifice for granted. Please, if you have not subscribed right now, 1 second, subscribe. I don't know what you're waiting for. And also click on the notification bell to get notified on when I drop a new video. Like I said, thank you so much for watching this content I'm putting out. I don't take for lightly your kindness. I don't take your sacrifice of time, your sacrifice of love. I really appreciate it. So today, I want to talk about a very interesting topic, which is very personal for me. Growing up, I've had a flair for reading, writing, any literary piece, poems, articles, newspapers, whatnot. And somehow it shaped me into who I have become today. And this whole love for literary piece, literature and all that helped me or taught me the nitty-gritties of what I need to know in writing my first book. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a personal journey. I'm going to be telling you about how I started my writing journey, how I started, collating my thoughts, my ideas and everything into literary pieces for your consumption, for your reading consumption. It's personal for me, like I said earlier, because it's something I've always loved doing. It's something while growing up, my mom gave me the enabling environment. My parents actually. I remember my dad always getting me books and all that. And my mom also always encouraging us to, write, and she's an astute reader as well. So we kind of took up from her, our love for books and all that. And I also remember my granddad, before he passed, growing up, he was always reading newspapers every morning. We even had a newspaper vendor that always comes to the house every morning. I remember then, newspaper was, I think, 70 naira, 100 naira, then it now became 150 at some point, 150 naira. So every morning we had a newspaper vendor. He would always come to the house to come and sell newspapers for my granddad. So it now became like a normal thing. When he finishes with the paper in the morning, he now passes it down. Whoever wants to take the paper to read the news or what's happening, in the country, you can just pick it up and read. So that kind of fueled my love for reading and writing. So like I said, this video is just a video to give you some tips on how I started my writing journey. So before my official ebook, Being a Better You, I wrote, some people may not know this, but I think few of my friends and my family know, I wrote a book about my NYSC journey, my National Youth Service journey. I think that was my first official book I wrote, but it's still there. The manuscript is there. It's not meant to be an ebook, so I'm still trying to work out modalities on how I can publish it. Probably it's a long-term goal. In the future, I'll work something out, but the manuscript is there. I detailed my experience. I titled it Mopamoro Chronicles. I served in Kogi State, Nigeria, and the village I was posted to was a village called Mopamoro, or you can say Mopamoro local government. So I served there for 1 year. It wasn't really funny. It wasn't a swirl experience, but I made good use of it. I made friends, I made family, and the experience was worth it. For someone who has never been out of our comfort zone, for someone who has never been out of River State, all my life, that was a big deal for me, and I had to make good use of the experience. So I had to jot it down. I had to put down everything. So the title is Mopamoro Chronicles. With time, I believe God that it's going to be in the works. I'm going to publish it. I have big dreams for that book. I have big dreams, go to NYSC camps, just distribute it out for them to just read and see my personal journey on how I was able to navigate my 1 year youth service experience in Kogi State, Nigeria. So the next project I had on was being a better you. It was just from a place of reflection, self-reflection. I wanted to be better. I wanted to do better. I wanted to learn things. I wanted to be knowledgeable. I wanted to be able to talk like this, put video content out, to be able to know what I know now. So that birthed my quest for knowledge. Then in that space of time, I learned a few things, and I just thought, people need to know this knowledge. People need to have this knowledge. People need to read, about these things. Don't limit yourself. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. False opinions appearing real. So that's how Being a Better You came to play. I'm so happy I published Being a Better You January 15th, precisely 2023. But I was writing it before then. I started writing Being a Better You around 2022. I sent it to the editor. It was proofread, and it had to be published and all that. So officially, it was published on Seller January 15th, 2023. But like I said before then, I already had Mopamori Chronicles that I was already writing. So Mopamori Chronicles has not been edited, it has not been proofread, but going forward is something that I want to do. It's something that I want people to read about my personal journey. So for now, those are the two major works I've done on writing. But it's something that I really love. Writing is something that I really love, and it comes from a place of focus. It comes from a place of determination, because it's what I am good at. Writing, speaking, reading. I believe that that's what God has called me to do, and that is my gift. I want to be sharing a few tips that has helped me, and I believe will help you too in your writing journey. If you're a writer, if you're an upcoming writer, and you're just trying to find it difficult to know your way around, you're trying to put your thoughts, finding it difficult to put your thoughts down, I want to share with you a few tips that have helped me. This may not be all, but I thought that these few tips I'll share will help. Subsequently, I believe that I'll still come back to talk about this again if I have time. I believe that it's something that I feel I should be talking about, from time to time, because there are a lot of people struggling, writer's block and all those things. So the first one I want to talk about is know your niche. Know your niche. For people that know, I'm a personal development writer. I write on personal development. Just recently I started writing on motherhood, because now I have the experience. Before now, I didn't even bother writing on anything motherhood because I didn't have a baby. I think now I'm experienced to talk about it, because to an extent I've been in this game for a few months. So I think that I should be able to at least put out my view, put out my opinions, put out what has helped me in my motherhood journey. But yes, I'm a personal development writer. Your niche can be more than one. You can be a chef and you write on catering tips, baking tips and all that. And at the same time, you can maybe have another skill that you would want people to also learn. It must not just be one niche, but know what it is. Know what it is, so you can properly balance yourself and balance your content you put out there. Know what it is so that you can properly balance yourself. In your head, there are a lot of thoughts. We think like a million thoughts in a day. So if you know your niche, it helps you, articulate your thoughts that can be penned down to, put in a book or whatever. If you're a struggling writer who is just learning to write for the first time, I would suggest you don't start with big projects. It's not a crime to just start with little articles on, random things. If you know your niche, that's fine, but you must not start with a book immediately. If you are not a writer, you must not start with a book. You can just start with writing little articles, little copies. Just test out your writing skills, before I published Being a Better You. I think before I even started writing the book, I took a copywriting class. I took series of classes on writing. I took one writing mastery. I took one on copywriting. I took another one pro writing. I think I took like 3 or 4 different courses on writing. I just needed to just know myself. There's no harm in taking writing classes. You know you're good, yes, but you need polishing. Nobody is taking out the fact that you're a good writer, but there's also a space to learn. Like I always say, the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. If you know you can write, there's always somebody who writes better than you. So you have to always be on top of your game. So know your niche. Know your niche. It helps you, articulate your points properly. It helps you know how to put it properly into book. If you're writing on catering, okay, you want to write a cookbook where you give recipes on different meals, that's fine. You start. But if you're a baker as well, I have a sister who caters for events. She cooks very well, and she's also a baker. So she knows her niche, that's the 2 things she's very good at. So tomorrow if she decides she wants to put out a printout of a book, a cookbook, she knows that probably she will have to choose between catering, that's cooking meals, or baking cakes and pastries and all that. You just have to know your niche so that you can properly articulate your thoughts down. It's very important, know your niche so you can properly articulate your thoughts down. Secondly, another point that has really helped me in this journey is the fact that I can be sitting in a space and I get the idea or I get the inspiration and I jot it down. Try as much as you can to jot things down impromptu. When I say impromptu, it doesn't mean that you must be in a zen moment and you are, oh God, give me inspiration, and you are writing. Some people, it works for them that way, but I can even go to an event or a wedding or wherever and I just get an idea and I open notes on my phone. My notes on my phone is like one of the easiest apps to access, and I just jot things down. I jot ideas I have, just random things I'm thinking. When I was putting out content on Facebook, I even prepare it ahead of time. Now there's opportunity for scheduling posts, and I think that's a very good feature on Facebook. Meta has really done amazing work with that particular feature. You can schedule your posts. Even when you are not there, you are not online, to just automatically just go out, to be published for the public to read. So that's what I do. I kind of just randomly make up posts, write posts, save them, edit it, send it to my editor who will read it, and just make some changes if need be. So I save it. So whenever I want to post, I just post it. I don't wait for a particular time to say, okay, now is the time I'm writing, now ideas my. Funny enough, with Being a Better You, I had already started collating information and gathering data even before I sat down to write the manuscript. So sitting down to type the manuscript was just a breeze. I was just combining from little notes that I already made. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's not just that I open the laptop today and I say, okay, it's today that I want to write a book. I was already I even wrote it down with a pen and a book. I have a book for every project I start. I have an exercise book for every project I start. Primary Chronicles, I have a book for it. Even when I was writing Being a Better, you find the laptop was available for me to be writing, but I also had a book because I don't go to some places with my laptop. I don't go to some places with my system. I remember then when I was working, I could not even go to work with my system. So, but I always have a notepad and a pen in my bag. So if the opportunity comes and I have an idea, I just bring it out and I write, or I use my phone. Now technology is made available for us. You can use your phone. There are notes. You can use your MacBook. You don't have to just sit in front of the computer and start. Because most times, if you wait till you sit in front of the computer, that moment say, it's today I want to write. You can have the ideas, yes, but some people, that's when they even experience writer's block. But anything you experience, you are going on the road, you just see something random, somebody just talking to, this, that. You just have an idea, write it down. jot it down. So by the time you come back and you're trying to check your notes, check your notes for ideas and all that, you just go through things that you have written, you twist them, and you have made an article. So try as much as you can to jot down ideas, jot down opinions impromptu. Trust me, it really, really helps. Trust me, it really, really helps. So the third one I want to talk about is having a focus and staying on it. Having a focus and staying on it. This one is quite tricky. It's really quite tricky. You have to be focused in what you are doing. Don't allow anybody, deceive you. Don't allow anybody sway you. You really have to be focused, because this life is focus as everything. Focus and consistency. Have a focus, be consistent, and stay on it. If you have a plan that this is what you want to put out, this is your niche, this you want to start writing articles, you want to start writing sales copies, please be consistent. Rejections will come. People may not even need your services, but just keep trying. Keep pressing on to the mark, knowing why you are called to do what you want to do, knowing why you do what you are doing. So please have a focus and be consistent and stay on it. It's very, very, very important. Consistency is difficult. I'm not even going to lie for you. Consistency is really, really difficult, especially in this our time. Consistency is hard. Like how you can just start at something and just keep going. It can be really weary. But I just want to encourage you, no matter how hard it is, there just has to be a way. Just try. Just try to make it work. Try to make it work. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. I always say, don't push yourself forward without love. Don't push yourself forward aggressively. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, but just try as much as you can to make sure that you are focused and you are hitting your target. Now, consistency. Imagine if you make posts, probably for Facebook or Twitter or whatever, articles like that you write and people read, or you have a blog, and you are giving yourself a timeline to put out works every day. Sometimes, it's not feasible, probably because of your schedule, because of, things, your job, your business and all that. You have a boss and you just can't be pressing your phone at work while you're supposed to be at work. I know it can be very difficult, but don't give yourself unrealistic targets. Don't give yourself, targets that are not feasible. Just work with what you've got. If you say, okay, it's once a week, just try and make it once a week. If you say it's 2 times a week, try and make it 2 times a week. But don't put so much pressure on yourself that you give yourself a target that's unrealistic. I myself, I try not to give myself unrealistic targets. I try so much, but that doesn't mean that I'm not staying consistent. I know where my consistency lies. I know where my strength lies. So that helps me to be consistent. I know where my strength lies, so it helps me to be consistent. So please have a focus. Be focused on what you're doing. Be focused on your call. Be focused on your purpose. Be focused on what you want to do. Be consistent and stay at it. Another one I want to talk of, which may not be the last, is read. I think this should have even been the first, but I'm giving these points in no particular order. As they're coming, I'm just giving. So, very important, read. If you're a writer, an upcoming writer, and you want to learn this writing thing, you want to know how to, navigate your way and know the ropes. Reading is a very important thing. Reading is a very important thing. You have to read. God help you, you don't read and you want to write. I don't know. I don't want to say it's not possible. God is, God does things, mighty things. God does mighty things. So even things that are impossible with God, things are possible. So I don't want to say it's impossible. But please, I want to encourage you. Read. Reading helps your vocabulary. Reading helps your English. Reading helps your spellings. Reading helps your pronunciations. That's the daily vocabulary, but reading helps you. It helps your imaginative thinking. It helps your creative process. It helps you even assimilate things faster. Please read, so that when you are in the midst of people who are talking about books, talking about writing, you self, you know what to say. Read articles, read newspapers, read magazines, read books. Try as much as you can to read. I myself, reading newspaper is one thing that I really love. I grew up reading newspapers, my granddad's newspapers, like I said earlier. I grew up reading newspapers. So at the time when that phase passed, it was now more, cable news. So I was watching the news a lot. I was watching CNN, I was watching BBC, I was watching NTA, I was watching AIT. I watched the news a lot. It can be a lot. It's something people learn. It's not something you are born with, honestly. It's not something that you are born with. People can learn. These things, you can learn it. You can learn to like it. Okay, let me put it down. You can learn to like it. But if you say you are a writer, you have to read. You have to be aware of things that are happening around you. You have to be aware of things that have happened before. You have to be aware of things things that are happening generally, so that you know what you are writing. You are aware of, the times we are in. Now it's Gen Z. So if you are writing a book for youths and talking about juvenile delinquencies and all things that youths are into right now, and how to prevent your youth child from indulging in all these things, you have to know things that you have to even know Gen Z slangs. You have to know things that they use, skibidi, pearl, and all those things. You have to know the slangs to even insert it in the book. You have to make the book or the article interesting. If you say you are a youth activist and you're giving articles, dropping hints about youths and how to find out red flags to know if your child is a drug dealer, if your child is a smoker, I don't know. But you just have to know how to connect with your audience. You have to know the times we are in, so you can connect better with your audience. So if you don't read, tell me, how will that happen? If you don't read, tell me, how will that happen? Like myself, I'm a personal development writer, and I don't know the 5 temperaments. It's not possible. So again, if I'm writing something about your spouse and nature of your spouse and how to be kind to your spouse, I have to put in consideration that people have different temperaments and people are different. Your spouse can be choleric and you can be melancholy. So people are different, like I said. You just have to know how to connect better with your audience. And I feel personally, strongly, in my opinion, reading helps. Reading helps. Reading helps. So try as much as you can to read. Expand your knowledge. Broaden your knowledge. Reading can take you places. Reading can really take you places. It can take you places. You can know things that you may not even have known without reading in 5 years. And it helps your imaginative process. It helps your thought process. It helps you even, become better. It helps you communicate better with people around you. So please, guys, read. Read voraciously. Read extensively. If you have any opportunity to read any article, any informative article, please, by all means, read. So guys, I believe with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that the right time to start is now. So I'll give you a little backstory. This video you are watching, all these contents you have been watching on YouTube and my Facebook Live every Sunday, I was skeptical of putting it out there. I was really skeptical. I didn't believe that it would gain traffic. I was just saying, let me just wait. Okay, I can just wait. Okay, I still have a toddler. Or let him just, grow up to a particular age where he won't have to be crying. But are you hearing me cry in this video? No. With a lot of push and a lot of encouragement, I just decided to start. Has it been easy? No. Even for 2 weeks, like I think 2 weeks ago or so, that particular week there was no content. We didn't do any video. I was even saying, oh yeah, I'm not doing this video again, this video thing, and we say I'm not doing the video thing again. We've dropped one, and this another one you're watching now. So it's like that. There is really no perfect time, you know. The perfect time is now. So I want to encourage you, if you have been having writer's block, or you're in the group chat that has been saying there's no traffic, if I put this content out, I'm not sure I'm going to get traffic. You are doubting yourself. Just put it out there. Doesn't matter if people watch the video, you have done what you have done. Definitely people will watch it. You have emptied yourself. You don't, so that you don't have to die with all the purpose you have in you. It's your purpose. It's what you are called to do. If you want to write, please, my dear, write it. Put it out. Send it to me. I will read it. Send it to me. My email is there. If you want my email now, if you want my phone number, my personal WhatsApp phone number, I'm going to give it to you. I will read it. I will be your audience. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. If you have been waiting and waiting for the right time, people need to hear your message. People need to hear your view. People need to hear your opinion. People need to hear your ideas. There are a lot of ideas. What's your take on particular subjects? Your take and my take can be the same thing. We can form a movement together. What's that idea you have concerning, a particular situation going on in the country? Please put it out there. Let people see it. Don't wait. Don't wait. The right time is now. Make a move. Make a move. Do not wait. I want to push you. I want to encourage you. Applaud yourself. Cheer yourself. You can do it. You can do it. You are the best. You are evolving. You are learning. You are growing. Please do it. Send it to me. I want to be your audience. I'm going to read it and give you reviews. If you want me to proofread, I'm going to proofread. If you want me to edit, I'm going to edit. Whatever, send it to me. Please don't belittle yourself. You can be more. You can do more. The link to my book is in the description below. Click the link to purchase Being a Better You. It's a life-changing book, just a few pages. It's not even very long. Something you can finish within hours, at most a day. It talks about, how to develop yourself, how to continue developing yourself and being a better version of yourself. The comfort zone, the dark side, false opinions, false evidences appearing real, fear of starting, like what I just said. So it's a really interesting read. You can just click the link to purchase the book via seller to support my writing journey. Thank you so much for taking out time to watch this video. I really appreciate. I don't take your sacrifices for granted. You have, paused whatever you were doing to watch this video. You probably had a busy day and you have taken time to watch this video out of your schedule. I don't take it for granted. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Until I come your way again, until I bring out a new content again, it's bye for now.